We're at Zion Park in our room, and out the back there is a nice buck. It is February 29, leap year day, and that buck is going to be dropping its antlers within a week or two. But this is kind of what it looks like. Oh, there go running off. There it is down there. But this is what it looks like out the back. These rooms in the summer cost like $185. We were able to get it for half. That's what it looks like up top. There's another buck. That is a nice 4-point. Cheryl and I are getting ready to go to breakfast. This is the lodge. And that's what it looks like. That's the big tree, I guess, that's always been there. And that over there is where the emerald pools are. That's probably where we'll take our first walk if we don't just drive around. But out there are turkeys. And there's not that many people here. It's just that in the last minute, I've had all 5 of them walk by me. That snow up there is probably going to limit me being able to go on certain hikes. There's another person who walked by me. We're in these right here. Those that face this side are suites, very high dollar rooms, and we're on the other side looking back at that, and that's where we saw the deer. And back to the lodge. This lodge burned down in the 60s, and they rebuilt it, and they've done a bunch of improvements to it. That's where we're going to go get breakfast. Comes with the room. We are on our way up to Emerald Pool. We're on the bridge that crosses the Virgin River. And this is the first time I've ever seen this river where the water is clear. Before, it's always been just muddy and opaque. But it is really nice and clear. And the other thing is there's nobody here. So that makes it nice. And Emerald Pools, that way out there is Angel's Landing. Unfortunately, because there's snow on it, we're not going to be able to take that hike. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to. Okay, we are on our way up to Emerald Pools. With the leaves off the trees, you can see an awful lot more. But this is just kind of an open area down the Zion Canyon Valley. And that point way out there is called Observation Point. That's the one hike I've yet to take. Can't do it because of all the snow, as you can see, and the trail will be closed. You can hear the river in the background.
Remove?
Yep. I think we are at the lower pool. You can hear a bunch of people in here. Not there's a lot of people, it's just that it's a perfect place to capture the sound. I can't remember walking in from this direction. That's the trail we'll walk on. A little too close. More of the water coming down at Emerald Pools. And that's the walk we'll take. Walking up the trail to the upper pools. That's the trail we have to go on.
Oh, great. You taking pictures of me sniffling?
What were you doing? I can't believe that rock. It just goes straight up. I can barely. move around it. This is one big cirque. And it goes out to, can't see the other side of the canyon when the leaves are on the trees. Walking down from the upper pool of Emerald Pools, thought I'd go ahead and take this. Seen it all before, but it is quite spectacular. Walking back from Emerald Pool, only walking over to the Grotto parking area, and then we'll walk back to the lodge. We reached the Grotto parking lot, and now we are walking along the stream back to the lodge where our car is. Taking this because it's a view I never see. Never done this. And there's the stream, I should say Virgin River. And what is surprising to me is that it's actually clear water. Usually it's all muddy. We are at the entrance to the Narrows. That formation is called the Pulpit. Once again, there's the mighty Virgin. Nice clear water. Just can't get over it. Getting ready to walk in. Always looking up. Walking into the Narrows. That is a picture of the Great White Throne. I don't think there's any hike up to the top of that, but I'd love to do it. Walking into the Narrows. And that's what it looks like down there. And I'll turn back this way. And all it is rock. looking up the cliff, straight up. It's up and up. There's the top. Fascinating. All the way down to ground level. We are at the end of the Narrows. There's two people. They must have got wet.
Oh, it was awesome. But, hey, we started out at 8 o'clock.
I am going to hike up Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing is the top right in front. And I have to hike over to this canyon right there. And there's a little notch I have to get to. Trying to find it. I think that's it. Yeah. And then go through that, and then it goes into a canyon. I won't go all the way up to the top of Angel's Landing because there's snow and ice, but I will go to the overlook. Taking more pictures and seeing if I can't get a better view of that notch. Yeah, there it is. That's what I've got to go get to, and then go into the canyon to the right. On the trail, gained a little altitude. Thought I'd stop and take a picture of the valley. And across the valley is what is called the Great White Throne. And fortunately for me, the sun is out. Hasn't been out all day. That's what I'm looking at. All very, very pretty. Around the corner is the Notch. That's the valley. That's the trail I've been going up. And the last, probably 500 yards, it's been this. And yes, it's caused me to breathe a little harder than I normally do. But talked to someone, he says there's snow on the trail, but he made it in tennis shoes. I'm debating. I am now out of the Notch into the Hidden Canyon. Here's a bridge you go over, but there's the trail, and that's the Hidden Canyon. I'll go up until I get up to Walter's Wiggle. On the trail, and I had to stop again. Here's the cave Aaron and Andrea played in, and still walking up the trail into snow now. Thought I'd just take this while I'm walking. I'm coming up on Walter's Wiggle, and I think, might be around this corner. Not sure. I'll pause it. Still hiking. Not at Walter's Wiggle yet, but that's what I've been coming up down there. That's the canyon. That's what I just came up. And that's what I'm going up. So, maybe Walter's Wiggle is around this corner. Nope. I'll turn it off. Still hiking. I think this might be it, because there's no other way up. Yep, this is it. Up there is Walter's Wiggle. There's a whole bunch of switchbacks, and I'll do it for a bit. Give you the, hopefully I can remember the effect. Whoop, snow. Not good. Switching back around. More snow. Not good. I'll turn it off. Okay. I'm at the top of Walter's Wiggle. There's some people down at the bottom. This is the canyon. And a lot of snow that I came up the last couple of switchbacks. And right around this corner is where the lookout is. And that's where I'll head. I'm up top now. Straight in front of me is Angel's Landing. But this is the walk over to the lookout. And I'm debating whether to go up Angel's Landing or take the West Rim Trail for a while. Hopefully I won't slip on anything. I'll stop. Well, I'm now at the lookout. Still trying to catch my breath. Down there is where we stopped. Right over there, you can see the switchbacks to a hike I wanted to take. It's called Hidden Canyon. And also, Hidden Canyon would be to the right, but at a certain point, you start heading to the left and you go up to this point right there. It's called Observation Point. That's the hike I really wanted to take. Someday I will. while I can. But anyway, that's what it looks like up top. That's the Great White Throne. That's the top of Angel's Landing. Still not sure what I ought to do. And down here is the valley. I have decided to take the Western Trail instead of Angel's Landing. Too much snow up there. It would be reckless for me to try and go up there. Never been on this one before, but I'll hike about, probably 30 minutes. That'll give me an hour and 15 minutes to get back. I got to the landing, or the lookout, in 45, so I'm happy about that. On the West Rim Trail, thought I'd take a picture back while I have light. And this is where I'm headed. On the trail, place I've never been before. I'm out. Oh boy. Another view. And that's the trail I'm going up. Hiking. This is just beautiful. Looking down over the ledge. And it's straight down. Oh, okay. There's the road. And looking through some trees, I'll back out. That is looking back down the valley. Just all beautiful. Still on the hike. Coming up to another drop off. Boy, first this ever. And there's the road down there. Goes over there. More of the road. And that is kind of what I've been hiking up. And that is looking out towards the Narrows. Tree, though, is in the way. But let's see. I think you can see down there where the road is. Yeah, that's the road and the river. hard to stop, not to stop and take pictures. And again, this is what I'm going up. Don't know what's on the other side of that. So I'll just keep it on. Maybe there's a mountain lion around the other side. That would be exciting. Thankfully, it's not totally covered with snow, but it's getting pretty snowy. And to the right is the gorge where the Narrows is. That's back behind me. I have to go to get out of here. I'll go ahead and turn this on. I gotta come back here and do the whole thing. I've only got 10 more minutes of hiking left. I won't get back to the lodge in time. It's just like what Survivor Man does. Okay, here's some cairns. Walk up here. See what's over the edge. Probably not a good idea to get too close. And that's a cairn right there that I'll follow for 5 more minutes. That's what's across the canyon. In between me and that other canyon is the Narrows. That's the Great White Throne, the top of it. So I am just about at the top of it, back down the canyon. I'll hike up to this spot right here. I'm hoping it's a spectacular view. I have my iPhone. I just got some kind of a message. Maybe it's Cheryl. Okay. This is, without a doubt, the best hike I've taken in this canyon. Once you get up to the top of the Walters Wiggle, it's for the most part flat, but I think I'll go ahead and stop right here. But that's looking back into the Narrows. The shadow there is the canyon in front of me, which I don't walk out to the edge right there, because you never know. And that is looking back. Sun is at my back, getting ready to go down. Once it goes down, I'm going to be in dark. Well, I said I was going to turn around. I'm going to walk just a little bit more because it's flat. And walking back, I don't have to stop and rest. I've been hiking now for about an hour and 10 minutes. And 5 more minutes. Not a soul up here, except me. And that's probably the best thing. I'll take a picture into the sun. The sun's going down. That's across the valley. And that's looking back. Still walking on the West Rim Trail. I looked at my watch wrong. I've got just about 9 more minutes. So I'll keep hiking. Time out. Okay, this is officially the end. If I walk anymore, I'm just walking on the west side of where the Narrows is, and it just keeps walking over there. Sometime I'll come back and do it, but the sun is behind that, and it's going to start getting dark. Boy, that's pretty. And now I have to just backtrack. This is what I'm going to. And that's it. Let's see if I can't get a picture of the Great White Throne. See what it looks like up top. I don't know what that is. Okay, that's it. I am on the West Rim Trail coming back, but as I was walking back, I noticed that right in front of me is Wolters Wiggle. And I'll zoom in on it. Having a hard time seeing, but yeah, that is Wolters Wiggle. See if I can see anyone on it. Nope. Walking out of here, got a nice picture of Wolters Wiggle. Hiking down out of here. Just thought I'd have something to see that I can remember this. I need to go down there, that's part of the trail. But it's looking out. Okay, this is the last video I am going to take, or I'm going to be terribly late. But I'm still up on top. That, straight ahead, is Angel's Landing, right there. I'm sure glad I didn't go up there. And that's the walk you have to take out to it. And that out there is the end of the canyon. And one more look. This is across the way. And that's where I was, back up in there. That's the trail I just walked down. Walking down. I'm just about out of this hidden canyon on the way up to Angel's Landing. I'm walking out. Going to cross a bridge right here. And then just wanted to capture the effect of walking out into the valley and onto this notch. It is pretty impressive. I'll just stop and take a picture of the Great White Throne. But walking out, I feel a breeze, but Survivor Dan can do it. Just about at the notch. Here we are, down to the valley. That is the notch that I took a picture of from the valley. But anyway, that's the valley. That looks over the edge right there, looking down. Don't want to drop this, but there again is the Great White Throne, and down there is where Cheryl is at. Let's see. Yeah, down there, that is the lodge. I'm supposed to be there in 30 minutes. I'll walk there. Be that hard. One last time. The light is just perfect. Too close. They are really domesticated. I'm hoping to see a buck coming down. They still have horns. I don't think there's one buck in that group. If there is, it's lost its antlers. We're taking another drive back into the Narrows. When we were eating breakfast, a snowstorm went through, a brief one, but now it's all cleared off, and we're driving back in. I think that is called the Pulpit, but that is what it looks like. Real pretty. Once again, a car drove by, and I'll just swing around, and we're kind of in the shadow. Got the car next to me running, but that was really pretty. And yesterday I did the West Rim Trail, and the West Rim Trail is on that rim up there, and I just traveled that rim all the way, well, as far as I could go with the time I had. And what I did is I was on the other side of that because I could look down into where the road ends and the trail, about halfway the trail to the Narrows. Stopped on the side of the road. Thought that was pretty. No, you're not supposed to do what we're doing. We know. But there's nobody here, so that's why we're doing it. Taking the same picture again. Obviously there's some people who stopped as well. We are at the Court of the Patriarchs. So they say, or I should say the three patriarchs. That's supposedly them. One's kind of clouded, or shadowed by a cloud. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, they got Moroni in there. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moroni.
Abraham, Jacob, and Moroni.
Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moroni.
Oh. That's Moroni. That's Jacob.
No, actually,
That's Isaac. That's Abraham. That up there is an arch. You actually can hike up to it. See if I can get it in the... Yeah, there it is. Not too interested in hiking up to it. Taking another picture of the arch. Trying to get it in my... Okay, there it is. I'll take one more picture of this arch.
I'm sure you did.
We're on a drive into the Kolob Mesa, and it's part of Zion National Park, but it's a part you never see.